Generic greetings and welcome back to Factorial Plus One Extra Dimension Edition, and we've now analysed some mycelia.
Can be used to create fabrics. The derived blueprint is now accessible in Hub Tier 1.
Cool.
Additionally, R&D has requested extra samples to determine the cause of an anomaly.
So we have to send more samples to them. We will do that after we've researched bacon mushrooms. So in the previous episode, we were spending a fair amount of time basically running back and forward a kilometre away and also driving as well. And we managed to get finally the coal run. So we've already got coal coming from over there, but that is solely dedicated to power and only dedicated to power. We won't be splitting that off, well, I'm hoping at all, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. And because of that one, we wanted to make sure that we had an alternate coal source that isn't going to be drained and then make the entire factory shut off. And that's what we set up here. So from this location, if we go over to coal scanning, it'll go and scan off. That's the noise it makes as well. And it's going to be around about there, I think. By the way, today's beverage is lemon tea. Oh, look at that, right near it. So 792 metres away, up that hill and round and down in a valley and stuff, we've got some coal, and then that is taken from that location to a truck station, and then obviously we've got a truck automated back and forward as well as getting fueled. So this is where we'll have the resources come out, and then they'll go into some things that'll be around here, which is going to start to smelt it all up. And that's what we're going to do here, because we want to create steel. Now steel requires some iron ore and also coal. Now obviously we do have both of these resources quite close, so this will hopefully not take too long. The objective is to get steel generation at a minimum. So we want foundries, we want miners, that sort of thing. Now I've only set miner 1s on the go at the moment, and that is simply because I don't know what the supply is when it comes to the coal truck. I could work it out, I could see what's there, but realistically I'm going to use miner 1s, connect all of these stuff up, see what the resources are, and then if we need to upgrade them or want to upgrade them, then we can. So let's just see how we get on, although maybe it would be better to design it with 120 throughput in mind. We'll see. Anyway, so that's been removed now, so do I want to go ahead and get miner 2s instead? You know what, it might be a good idea. For that we need some steel pipes and also some encased industrial beams, and we can see the truck is driving past there and not crashing into things, which is always good. We should be able to build that stuff that I just mentioned there. Let's just, what's invalid location? There we go. Go down over to the steel ingot here, and we can make 72 of it. So to make the extra pipes and the encased metal beam ain't going to take long at all, so we might as well do that. And then we know that we're working off Mark II technology, so we're using the better belts and the better stuff as well. So we'll do the we'll make sure the steel pipes are made first, and there we are, there's them sorted. And then the steel beams. The problem with the steel beams, the encased industrial beam, is that they require a fair amount of steel beams, and steel beams require a fair amount of steel ingots. So yeah. Our overall goal is obviously to have fun, but second goal is to make sure we can automate motors, but that will require a lot of stuff. It'll require a fair amount of stuff, and quite frankly I don't think I have the resources here for all this. What am I missing out on? I've got that there. I'm missing coal. Well, that is pretty decent then, because we can just go to there and then crack on with what we were doing, because it's right next door. So we need a total of 4 more encased industrial beams, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say that we have the resources that we need, I believe, but we'll see how accurate that statement is in the next couple of minutes. I obviously have got a lot of resources on me, like I've built other stuff between the episodes, because it would be a bit dodgy just sitting there making some beams, although that's exactly what we've done throughout this episode so far. But anyway, the last couple of episodes were really very much exploration focused. Ooh, there's a slug up there. Yeah, very exploration focused, and I quite enjoyed that. It was a nice little change of pace. So miner 2s, the thing about the miner 2s is that these are a different size to the other ones. So we're going to connect that up to there, that up to there, and then like so. And then that one we'll say there. And I think I just want to bring it back over. I was going to go ahead and perhaps... where is this place? Where is this going to be? I guess... Can I connect it up to that? I can connect it up to that. No, I can't connect it up to that. And I don't want to put it where near them trees because I have a feeling we'll be... Did that connect up? Yes, it did. I have a feeling that we'll be cutting these down at some point. Anyway, yeah, I quite enjoyed the last couple of episodes, exploring and finding different things. But we're definitely back on the building right now. Although, by the way, see down here, that's a cave. I'll quickly show you said cave. It's full of mushrooms. Yeah, you can pick all these up, and you know there's loads of stuff at the bottom there. You can jump down and whatnot, and there's another way out. It's the way out is actually near the space elevator. But anyway, let's pick that up and we'll go back up top. We don't want to spend too much time in there. That is not for us at the present time. However, we do want to go up and grab the slug because we might as well. And yeah, it's not exactly... The thing about these power slugs, they're not exactly camouflaged. I mean, especially at night, you can be anywhere and go, I think there's a slug over there. And you can quite clearly see it. Okay, so let's go to number 9, and we're going to then bring this forward here. This is our belt, and what we're going to do is line up both belts roughly, just roughly, you understand. We're not stressing too much about exactly where they're going to be, although what I am going to stress over is the fact that I don't have the resources. So let's go back and get some more of that. I could build the tier 1, but that would not be, I think, a decent idea. So in terms of foundries, what I'm going to do actually before I run off, I'm questioning myself now. Do I want to chop these down right now? It probably would be a good idea because then we can build from this side onwards. So let's do some deforestation, and it is a fairly big chunk we're getting rid of here. A lot of these bushes and such. There we are. Sadly, I don't really want to get rid of that. I'll see if I can work around it. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. There's no point in going much further to the left because it's too hilly. It's got this slope to it which could impede progress somewhat, but we'll see what we can do. And this is the last one. It doesn't matter if there's a couple of bits of foliage lying around. It's just really just getting the bulk of it gone, which is about there. Okay, and it means that we can basically just build along there. So let's place those down now. I'll get the sword back, and we'll have the foundries. So foundries have 2 inputs and 1 output, and this is how you get your steel. So if we're saying up here, maybe there, perhaps, like that. And then we will go from there. So right next to each other. Don't know if right next to each other is a good idea, but we'll see. There's all them put in. So each one of these can be set to something or other. So, well, this is steel ingot. And then we'll do the maths on what we require. So each one of these requires or takes 45 iron ore and 45 coal a minute. So I guess technically, for those, they produce 120. So, 3 to 1 is too many, and 2 to 1 is giving us some room to breathe. We'll do a 2 to 1 ratio. We could do a 3 to 1, so 3 foundries to 1 miner. And then we would probably overclock it. We could do that. That might be a better long-term solution. Okay, what I'll do is I'll gather resources for the... didn't want to pick up that, actually. For the iron. Can I dump some of this iron? I don't need this iron. That's the problem is that I actually need iron ore more than anything else. And I don't think there's any spare. There's some spare, that's fine, that'll do us. And that'll allow us to build more steel. See, once we've got steel up and running, all of this manual labour of picking stuff up is pretty much gone. These will probably need some steel. No, and no. Okay, so I've just got steel ingots on me. That's just the nature of the beast. How is our advanced production going over here? This is producing the modular frames, and this is where we've got some of the more advanced stuff there. Oh, look at them. Lots of rotors. Lots of rotors indeed, and decent frames as well. Okay, so that's fine. I will eat that, and I will eat a couple of these as well. There we are. Okay, so we can put that back, and we will head back over. Just sort all that. One thing I do want to get rid of though is all of that, all the foliage in the wood and such. We haven't gotten any automated process for stuff, but it doesn't really matter. There's a power shard, and we can also probably go ahead and get another one there, and we've already got one there as well. So let's just see if this mushroom has been researched. Looks like it has.
Amanita lardum, or bacon agaric, can be added to the object
Bacon
scanner
agaric.
catalog after unlocking the new blueprint in Hub Tier 1.
So, we have bacon mushroom. Hub Tier 1. We got fabric, and we got a scanner. Huh. Should we research the fabric? Might be worth it. Shouldn't take too long to do either. There we go. So, 2 extra foundries will require, again, a lot of steel. Okay. Okay. That will take far too long and will be pretty much boring. So, I think what we'll do is we'll get a set of 3 on the go. That'll then produce steel automatically, and then we can use that steel to build the other 2 that we need, and it means that at least we've got some production rather than having to wait and then turn everything back on. Speaking of turning things back on, will we blow the grid with this? Ooh, there's a possibility. We certainly need to increase our power, so we'll see about that. Now I'm going to connect up that power line there, and I'm going to put it, well, I normally put it as like a 2. Hang on, I'll tell you what, I'll put it right on the top there, because then it's sort of out the way, and then we know that we can place these next to them. And what I'll do is I'll rip up that, and I'll rip up that, and we'll put them in banks of 2 is generally what we do, so let's do that, even though we're probably going to need the 3. I'll tell you what, before we sort of rush ahead, get ahead of ourselves here, we'll go up to the minor 2s and we'll see exactly how much this will output. Currently, oh, it's only 60 a minute. It's a Mark II. Oh, okay, my mistake. I thought it was 120 a minute. Well, we can put in the overclock, and we can make that, hang on, you have to pick one of them up. 90 a minute. Oh, 2-to-1 ratio, perfect. Okay. I don't want to overclock it to its maximum level. I don't think that would be... Well, quite frankly, I just don't think the coal would be able to keep up. I mean, it might not even keep up as it goes now. So then 90 a minute, so 45. That means we've got a 2-to-1 ratio, so that's perfect. So it's just one splitter on the end of these belts. That's exactly what we wanted. Right, let's sort that out now. So from here then, this will come along, and then it's going to go into a splitter that will probably just go here. It shouldn't be any great issue. So we want a splitter. Like so. Doesn't have to be perfectly aligned, you understand. You know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to go over to logistics and put conveyor belt Mark II. I'm going to change that to number 3, because quite frankly, we don't use the tier 1s anymore anyway. So that goes into there, that goes into there, and then this one goes into, there? Yes, that is fine, I think. Okay, that's working now. Well, it's not producing, but I'll tell you what, we'll get it producing, so we can just sort of sit back, relax, and let it crack on. I'm going to preemptively delete that, and the reason for it is I'm going to put it at the front, and I'll explain why in a bit. That can connect up to there, yes. Okay, there we are. So that now is not producing, but we will get it producing, and then we can just crack on with other stuff. So this is where we've got our coal, and for the output, we want to have it come along and up. So up to here, and that'll be now hang on. Let's think about this a little bit better. We're gonna have to split this into 4. And the problem with that is, how do we connect them all up? Well, I think what we do is we go up and over. So, that. We'll get this conveyor belt riser here. And we'll put a riser there. And then, you don't need one on this side, but it looks better. Put a riser there. Back to number 3, up to there. Connect it to that side. And then we can go right across, like so. And then it can come down. But then we have to split it into 4. That's going to be a problem. So the splitter, I tell you what, we can use all this side here. I know it's got lots of trees and it's fairly rocky, but this doesn't really matter for... It matters for those because they wouldn't be able to be placed properly. But when it comes to this stuff, it doesn't much matter. So there's that gone. So we can put a couple of splitters down. Technically we need... how many splitters do we need? We need 2 splitters. And the ratio won't be entirely correct, which is a shame. But we will do what we can. So, 1 splitter... here. And another one... there. Okay. So, if we connect those up... we should have me getting stuck under a belt. 1, 2, 3... hang on, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay. And we've got 4 of those. This is where it gets extremely... I'm going to say difficult, but I think I'll rephrase it to be annoying, because it is. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Now, this is where we find out whether this connects up. It does. That is actually fine. So, this first one can go from there to encroaching other clearance. Since when? Since when would that be a problem? I have no idea why that is an issue. I'm guessing it's too far to the left, which is, as I said, annoying. These are really cool. The fact that you can, you know, use risers and go over things is good. It also, a lot of the time, doesn't work properly. And clearances are very often... you end up hitting things. So there's those. So we will continue. And that actually should now be production. Yep, we are now producing steel. Excellent. Let's get the other one in. So the other one will be similar sort of deal. From this point, it will go up to a tower that I have not yet placed. One moment. One can go there. And you know what? 2, 3. And then we need 1, 2, 3. That has to be a 4 stack, but the other ones do not. There. Oh, what clearance is it encroaching on now? Is it just too far at that site? I think it might be. Alright, let's try that again. Actually, it'd be better if we come to this side and see where it's going to be placed. Okay. Oh, there's no way. No, oh, look at the state of that one. It's halfway in the other belt. I mean, that's fair cop. We understand that. Right, that should be far enough out. It's got a little kink in it, but it connects up and yeah, tight tolerances, but it works. It does work. Right, let us connect the other one up. So there to there. While we're here, we'll connect that to there. No, we won't. That's what I was afraid of. So we're going to have to bring it further across. Probably to there. And then up to... Actually, that would have... You know what? That would have probably fitted in. The reason it didn't fit in... So it's actually a resource problem. So we'll go for reinforced iron plate. Or can we go for the alternate reinforced iron plate? No, because we don't have alternate reinforced iron plate. The alternate one uses copper cables, I think it is. It's brilliant. So we'll build them. What a surprise, it's a screw problem. This is why when you're building the advanced stuff, it's important that your production line is up to scratch. Number 3 again. Yeah, so that is definitely encroaching on something else. But that can go to there. Okay, that works. And the last one then is going to have to do all sorts of gymnastics. Right. Let's see if that works. I've got loads of screws. Make some more screws. Rather, we need more screws for the reinforced iron plate. And then that should be steel production. And then obviously we have to use the machines to figure out exactly what we're going to produce. Oh good, it goes up to there. That's a surprise. Right, so those are all in. Conveyor system. Oh, you mean I haven't got any steel plate? Of all of the things that I would need, sorry, iron plate. Well, at least it's using all the iron ore. That's got in my bag. So that next one can go to there. Another stackable. Yep, okay. So that's in. We will continue on with our task of the day. And put some foundries in. So foundry 2 of. Rotate it around so it's actually facing the right way. That always helps. 1. And if I put some more spaces between it would actually be a lot easier, but we're not all about easy. Right, I need some more. I need a lot more reinforced iron plate because I need more belts. So there's no way I'm gonna sit there and gather all those. I'm gonna go back, and it's important that we go back anyway because the research will be finished. So we should probably be able to get that sorted and put something else in. We can put the quick wire. Is it quick wire research we need to put in? I think it is quick wire. We also need to go on another explore and find a hard drive. I think, well, we found one over there and we found one over there. I'm sure there's a list of where they'll be, but that spoils the fun.
The crystals on this slug can be harvested and converted into 2 power shards that function with current FICSIT technology. Several buildings would be capable of performing over 100% capacity if infused. The derived blueprint is now accessible in Hub Tier 2.
Cool. So we have that now. The ability to harvest the other slugs. I'm just going to get rid of some of this garbage that we've got in here. Mushrooms, yeah, go on then. Start researching that. Okay. So, while I'm here, it's saying we need some copper plate, some iron plate rather. I'll pick that up. How is this one doing for iron? That's fine. We also need some more rods, which we really don't have any. Do we not have any? No. We don't have any at all. Oh no, we do. We do have some in there. That's fine. And then up and around. That wasn't the up and around that I meant, but I'll take it. And we need... Oh, good grief. So we're really not producing enough of this. We need more iron plate. A lot more iron plate. Okay. That's a future us problem. Current us really just needs to focus on getting that steel up and running. But we should be about there for steel. I'm just going to double check actually. This is okay. So recipes. Yeah, there's beams and other things in there. So it's just a straight. It's just straight constructor. So that shouldn't be too bad at all. I wonder what we're doing for concrete. Anyway, this will probably be near full. Yeah, it's about 2/3 there, which is good. So the smelters, no. Foundries, yes. It's just a case now of... Oh, hang on, is that... It's not working? Don't say they're full. Oh no, these are the ones I've just placed. That's fine. I will connect these up. Power poles. And I'm actually going to connect that up to there. And then rip that off. And then... they're trying to work. There we go. Are these working? Oh wow, they're full. Oh, that's excellent. That's a great problem to have. Right, okay. So, we should have, hopefully, enough resources now to get the rest of these up and running. Although we've only got 57 of the reinforced iron plates. We'll do what we can. We can always make more. We can now make biomass mycelia. Mushroom mass. Right, so from here, that's working. The other one then needs to come around. So number 3, and then we'll come under here and over to... I'll have a little... and then actually what I'll do... splitter. There we go. We don't need a... I'm going to actually put it further, put it closer, just save some resources. So, there's a splitter. Every time I say that, I'm just thinking of the latest Robot Wars. Spinner! I don't know why I say that, but... bah, spinner! Oh, good grief. Right, okay, so, there's them in. We just need the risers. What are they called? What's the official things? Conveyor pole stackable. Apparently, that's what it's called. 1, 2. Oh, we might be on for a winner here. And with room to spare. That is not the prettiest nor easily readable production line, but we are now producing steel. This is good. Right. Next question. Smelter. Why have I got a smelter? I didn't need a smelter. I wanted a constructor. But I don't have enough because, of course, I don't. Constructor. To produce steel beams requires 30 steel ingots a minute, which means that it is a straight 1-to-1 for that. In terms of the pipes, the steel pipes, it is 15, so it's a 2-to-1. So I reckon we have two of these producing the... How many do you get? 15 a minute? And how much do you get for that? 10 a minute. Oh, okay. Okay. In terms of recipes then, I'm going to have to check that. I don't know what the correct ratio will be. So, obviously we'll get... If we go for two constructors for steel beams, we'll get 20 a minute for 2 of these. But for the pipes, we could easily go for a 2-to-1 ratio on each of these, which means we'd get 60. Do we need 60 pipes a minute? What requires the pipes? What's the status require? Status require 3 pipes. Alternate stator is 3 pipes, or 6 pipes, but you get more of, and quick wire. Alternate rotor is steel pipes. Guess what? We're going to be using more pipes. So next episode, we will go ahead and, well, now that we've got steel, we will, yeah, I think just a case of putting in all of the constructors. That should be interesting. As always, hope you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.